that a glowing ring hovered in the sky, surrounded by massive, swirling storm clouds. Everyone on the street stopped to stare at the eerie sight. Without warning, bolts of lightning slammed into the ground. One strike blasted a massive crater into the road in front of a church. John walked over and picked up a piece of debris, surprised to find it ice cold to the touch. Suddenly, the ground began to split open. Cracks stretched toward nearby buildings, and part of the church's roof crumbled and crashed to the earth. A nearby car was sucked into the crater, then launched back into the air. Before anyone could fully process what was happening, a giant three-legged machine clawed its way out of the hole. Panic erupted as people fled in every direction, though some, in disbelief, still stopped to take photos. That is, until the tripod unleashed its first attack. The moment its lasers fired, people disintegrated into thin air. Back at home, John packed quickly, determined to get his kids out of town. On their way out, they spotted a car on the street. Just as a neighbor hesitated over whether to join them, John slammed the gas pedal, speeding off as the neighborhood behind them exploded in flames. Meanwhile, those without vehicles were left pushing carts and suitcases through the chaos. As John tried to drive through a crowd, desperate refugees swarmed his car, smashing the windows and climbing onto the roof. With no choice, he pulled into a nearby diner to wait out the storm. But the conflict outside only intensified. Eventually, they followed the crowd to a harbor where people were lining up to board a rescue ferry. Overhead, flocks of birds scattered from the trees, clearly disturbed. Then, as they turned to look, panic spread like wildfire. The orderly line devolved into chaos. The ship's captain immediately ordered the gangplank raised. Luckily, John and his children managed to get on board just in time. But the danger wasn't over. The water around the ferry began to churn. A towering tripod rammed the ship, flipping it over. John held his daughter tight as he swam toward shore, pushing through the wreckage. After making it through a forest, they finally found a group of survivors. As dawn broke, artillery fire echoed from the hills. Military jets roared overhead. His son realized the humans were fighting back. Without hesitation, he ran toward the battlefield, determined to join the fight.